Welcome back to Desynced. My name is Nilaus and this is a showcase of what is new in the first major release and feature update for Desynced as part of the early access. This video is sponsored by Forklift Interactive, asking me to showcase some of the features of the new release. As always, with sponsored content here on the channel, my opinions are my own and not subject to review or approval. If you have not bought the game already, then now's a good chance because there is a 20% discount due to the release of Update 1 by following the link in the description below. It takes you to Steam and then there's a 20% discount. The update is pretty massive and focuses on introducing seasons, missions and DLSS support for the people that is relevant for. On top of that, it is very clear that the developers are listening to the community and adapting the roadmap accordingly and adding quality of life features as they go along. For example, my comments about the amount of time spent on resource gathering has very much been addressed by allowing you to set the big chunks for infinite. So very clear example of how they listen to the feedback. The missions will spawn in an existing game as long as you explore far enough away, but the seasons are only spawning in a new game. So also in order to make the start of the game a little more smooth, they've also made some changes, and so we'll take a look at it from the beginning of a new game. If you like this kind of showcase video, be sure to hit the like button and also consider subscribing to the channel for more updates on all things factory game related. If you have any comments or want to see me play more Desynced, then let me know in the comment section below. Let's dive into the new game. And we are now in the game.
Welcome back, Commander.
We'll just take this one out. So the new things are as follows. Well, we have our setup here. We also have a little dropship that actually has some resources in it. We also have over here some engineers. These are kind of dashbots. They have a good internal start and one laser tool. So these will be the two miners we have to start with. We also have a scout that can go out and explore stuff. And we'll give the small advanced turret to the scout. That seems like a good idea. And then we'll have this one here deploying. We'll be deploying it pretty much at this point. Once this is deployed, then we can start looking at. I set you up with that, and there we go. We got another dropship coming in. This one is with a deployer. That's interesting. We also have some new bots. These are runners. They basically just are available for sort of small stuff you want to do. And this one will get in here, and then we'll start making some plates. And what happens is that you can see these small drones will move back and forth, and then we can start getting started on the normal game. This is also slightly different. This is looking for explorables and of the unsolved type. So it's actually by default trying to find these. And all I need to do is then find the result of it and then get that into the go-to. And then it will actually sort of be without any automation. It'll actually start working on finding these explorables for us, which I think is a pretty damn neat little addition. So this, and of course the nearest icon still works. And I will be taking all of this in here, and then we can get rid of our drop pods here. There we go. And the deployer is a little bit, oh right, it deploys things here, small buildings. Cool. So what we can find in this here is we can see here that it is 2 days until fall, and then it'll be 4 days from in the fall to winter. So it's going to be 6 days, which takes an awful long time. That's not what we're going to be doing here. We're going to go out and load an existing save so that we can take a look at some of the new things that are spawning in the world that are also spawning in existing bases. The only thing that isn't spawning in the existing bases is the summer and winter advantages and stuff like that. So we'll come back to that. So here, when we are now taking our little army from our existing base, you can see up here, it's more of an advanced base. Then you can see sometimes it says Anomaly Detected. That means there's something that is new that's spawning, which is really a cool thing because otherwise you're never going to find the new stuff in a map. This is here. What you see is we're detecting some kind of anomaly in the world. One of the natural flora of the world is giving unusual readings. It appears mineable, except its scans indicate that it's extremely hard outer shell. Let me run away from all of this. It's too strong to mine, but perhaps there are some other ways to require resources. And here we see another thing that's new. And well, let's be honest, I'm not a gigantic fan of. The change to biters is that now they're not sort of one at a time. They are in massive cities. That means it's going to be completely impossible to take out biters unless you have like a giant army like this. And even if you do, then it's still going to be tough because as you can see here, We have to sort of go in, and then they'll just keep spawning faster than we can actually do anything about it. So we take the large bug hive. They're sort of making sort of hive cities. Yeah, hive cities. Instead of, look at that spam. Then we just have to pull back immediately, because that is just no way we can deal with that in a fair fight. And that means it's just even more kiting. It was a lot of kiting before, and that means in the new update it seems to be a lot more kiting, because with the way that the biters spawn, I can see the idea that it feels like you go into a city, but the way it works is a little bit tough. And these are nasty as well. So we are going to be trying to shoot this super silica tree, but not right now, because we have to clear all the biters around it so that we can actually get in here. Actually, no, let's see if we can just do it now. Attack non-hostile. This is also another thing that's been added so that you can do that. It doesn't work though, because it gets overridden. So I'm going to take one of these and just be shooting at that. And it got overridden. Yeah, we do have to take out all the biters first, because otherwise they will just be auto-commanding to get in and kill those. So let's get all of this, and hopefully we can take a few of the spawners out before we get overwhelmed by the next spam. So now we're shooting the tree here. The tree acted as a hive that will eliminate hostiles in the area before destroying it. Okay, that is what we are doing now. Here we go. They just are insistent on attacking more. But basically what this means is, if you find a super silica tree, it's actually a neat way of getting some early resources, so you don't actually have to go up on the platform where it's a little bit busy, but you can actually stay on the low ground and take out the super silica tree instead. Another interesting thing here is that we see a special flower. This flower, if we take someone and go over it now, we're not as susceptible to these as usual, because we have power. Here we go. Here's one with power. And then, oops, run away. Just run away. Keep running away, and we gotta lose one. Maybe? Right, we didn't lose one. Not yet, at least. Here. So at this point, these power flowers, they will extract, or they will consume resource, or consume power from us. Here, this one is a phase flower. This will actually make us teleport short distances, which is a little bit weird, but it also serves as resources that we can use later on for maybe some research that we'll find in later tech. And I am now also shooting this flower. And as we shoot the flower, we can actually go pick it up here, and then we'll have the flower here in this one. This is a flower petal infused with power, and this can also shoot the base flower. If we just look at this, what it does, if we can get someone to go in, bring, it just does short range teleports. And we can also take that flower, this flower as well. So those are the new flowers: the silica tree, the power flower, and the phase flower. Then we also saw the biters, how they are organizing now. They are organized into cities, which makes biters a lot more difficult. Now, during the winter, they will be hibernating, so you can actually walk through the area during the winter season, which is good, but the winter season also has less, or summer season has more solar power, but winter season has the advantage of not sort of having biters hibernating, which is really cool. So we've now reached another location here, and we can see that there's something a little bit weird here. And that is because this is part of another quest here. And as we get a little bit closer, then we should be able to see this. Let's take out that stupid flower. These two need to go back. And they're coming in. So we need a lot of attacks here. Okay, so what we are seeing is down here. And we need to make sure that we can handle all the stuff that comes inbound, and taking out all these things here. And this very large bug hive is pretty nasty. But if we take it out, it's getting better. There. Let's try to move up, and then we should see. There we go. The large amount of silica in this area has attracted a strong bug presence. I suggest we check it out, but not until we have a strong enough force to deal with the hostiles. That's the question. Even now, sort of a pretty late game, I would say. This is not even easy to handle. And there's a lot of kiting back and forth because of the way that they spawn now. I might as well just start working on replacement because we're gonna lose some here for sure. But let's take out some of these bug hives. That's great. We can take out a big bug hive and more bug hive and more stuff. So it's up here that we see some stuff. It seems like it's abandoned mining bay. Oh my god, that's a lot of spam. That is insane. Let's keep moving. Keep moving. Just keep moving. Yeah. Okay, so then they sort of leash back. That's good. We'll just be hovering on this area where they are kind of going back and forth, and we'll be going back and forth. All right, let's continue clearing this. There is so much stuff out here. All right, let's go up here. That is incredibly dense up here. But now we're actually taking out some of these locations. That's good. And another batch of spam here that we have to deal with. Let's keep moving. Then they are having a tougher time to get into melee. And we have this. So this is a miner base abandoned. And if we can just clear this out, we won't get it by just clearing this out. We actually have to clear out a pretty big area around this to actually have it register that us being having fixed it. So let's take out the plant here. Oh, they are just auto attacking, and one of these should be here. With the majority of the surrounding hostiles eliminated, we are able to secure the facility. Initial scans reveal some minor damage that should be already have most of the supplies for. Great. So what happens here is that you can say it needs 3 of those, and look at that. Someone has been already preparing. So I'm going to put you in here. You can say that it needs something. It needs a little bit of this, and then it needs a little bit of this. There we go. Repairs have been completed. With now fully functional mining base, we could use it to collect the remaining silica if we can figure out how to get it back to our outpost. And then we just set this one, go there, and then it starts mining this location. We're gonna pick up some of that, and there. Okay, so that was like kind of one of those small things we can discover out in the world. We can discover these kind of mining outposts, which will be a little bit difficult to do in order for us to get like a modest 3,600. But you know, it's something. And that was the disturbance detected. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep running around and finding some of the other cool things that are out here. A broken vehicle was discovered inside of the blight. The Explorer appears to be still in a good enough state to operate if only we are able to repair the frame. So let's bring our repair scouts in here, and in the meantime we have decided apparently to go on a attack formation here. You are woefully damaged here. Let's pull all of this back so that we don't take too much damage. There. And we'll be just clearing out this one because you kind of have to clear out all of this stuff when there's something nearby. Oh my god, that's a lot. So we have this little wrecked human car, and we can see that it needs bars, plates, and chunks. Okay, so let's park all of our cars here. Oh, they are going to go on a mission, aren't they? They're going to go out and attack something. All right, well, that's just the way it is. I will give it what it needs. Here, it'll need some of that. It'll need some of that. And then it'll need some of, was it crystals? Oh. Yeah, okay, a little bit more attack, and hopefully they will be idling now. All right, we got the 2 of the items in, and then we'll bring these back. Yeah, and then some crystals. Lego! Intel recovered from its database indicate it was on a mission to extract something called anomaly particles from inside the blight. We will need to take it to a compatible human research facility to extract more details about its mission. So this was also unpowered, luckily. We can power it from home. with one of our remote powers. So we'll just find one that is available for powering, and then we'll power it up. And where are you? Here you are. You will go into Human Explorer, and the Human Explorer is now good. It's now powered. Yes. So what we need to do is we need to find a human lab, and I would imagine that there's a human lab nearby. So human research lab is actually an explorable location in the surroundings. So we'll just look around for things like warehouse, power plant, and a research lab. There we go. And I'm going to put you here and then send you into the research lab and see what happens when we send it into the research lab here. There's also a research lab up there, so those human labs are interesting. So we can connect this, and you can say mission briefing data was downloaded once the Explorer was connected to the research lab. The blight's high energy production seems to indicate the existence of previously undetected particle. High concentrations of this particle are found when performing certain actions within the blight gas. One of which is mining blight crystals. The Explorer has been equipped with a containment device allowing it to capture such particles in these dense areas. This will allow us to research it further. So now we have a mission here that has 8 steps, and if we look at this, if we look at the steps, first we power the Explorer, we have take it to the lab, yes, and then we now need to gather some particles, and then we can continue on this mission. And I don't want to be revealing all these missions, but I want to just tease that they are here and they are sort of cool to investigate. So obviously what I need to do now is send my human explorer into some nearby where I have some anomaly construction. But there's more cool things to discover out here. So let's continue on our exploration and see what we can find in here. Oh, look at this. There's a command center over here. It even has my icon. That's interesting. And we're being attacked by AI. Oh no, attack of the AI. We killed him. All right, well, we didn't even get a notification that there was something weird here. So there's a command center and a re-simulator. Okay, we'll just knock those out. So this is interesting that there's now small AI bases that will be building here, and we can get a little bit of resource. That's not really super interesting, to be honest. They will also just destroy these strange signals. So now it looks, oh, look at that. We have detected a strange signal. Look at that. That's a lot of little attackers coming our way. And going in again. Then let's see what this is. An anomaly resimulator. So let's actually get the hell away from that one. And then take one of our scouts and into the anomaly simulator and see what that actually is, because we don't have an anomaly resimulator, we just have a normal resimulator. So let's get this one discovered, and I think we got that. Oh, they are coming in. They just really want to destroy the concrete. And here, we'll get you up here, and you are going to go straight into that anomaly resimulator to see if what it is. I mean, I think that even though they have AI, the fact that they have my icon on their buildings is, well, shady, at least. And let's see what this anomaly resimulator. Oh, this output utilizes the same technology as ours, it seems. If there was an advanced scout sent to this area ahead of us, I have no intel of it. Something seems different with its resimulator. This technology is far too advanced to decipher. However, they appear to be incomplete. Its purpose is to create wormhole-like tunnels that can fold space and overlap points in time. It requires what I can only describe as an anomaly, something akin to a virus. I'm able to put together a way to attune to the strands we're looking at. Looking for using our current radar technology. I have recovered recipe and how to contain it. Excellent. So that's another quest here that has 7 missions here, anomaly base. That's also something we want to explore as well. So you can see that there are definitely a lot of interesting things new added here, and this one. So that means we can now build a virus container. So that's like kind of a virus thing. We'll destroy this base despite the beautiful icon here, but just figure out. But there's more out there to discover. So let's continue out here and explore and see if we can find something else interesting out here. So we now found something called an AI signal. We found these strange signals. They come from these locations, but an AI signal. Now, what might that be? What is this? This is a small glitch bot. Let's make sure we take those out as well. There. And let's get down here and see what this small AI bot, what the AI thing is. Command center. It appears that to be an AI core controlling the space. To what purpose I cannot be sure. Let us monitor the situation before planning our next course of action. Okay, so let's get you a little bit further away because you're a little bit trigger happy, and then bring some of our scouts in here so they can help. Let's send our little scout in and see what happens at this command center that is run by an AI core. So let's see what's here. The AI core is at the heart of the base, is an advanced version of our own behavior controller. We should be able to modify them using similar means. With this new technology, we'll be able to set up fully automated remote bases. That sounds awesome. That means we just send in our friends here. Yeah, so this command center is not long for this world, and we will hope that it should be dropping a special item for us. Let's see. And there, this one. This is a behavior controller, auto base, programmable automatic base management. Interesting. How does it work? I have no freaking clue, but that's going to be interesting. So what if we take this little one here and then get this over into that one? I would imagine that we would need to have, see now it's here, and then it has an auto base. So I would imagine that this one needs to have, let's have a look at it first. Look at that. So they made a program for us that is doing stuff. It makes carriers, worker bots, and resources. Looking really interesting. The only thing is, like, why is it making worker bots and miners as well? And then it's going to be carriers here, the worker bots. Very interesting with all the stuff that can be. If I do this, then it'll probably won't work. No, it won't do anything. Okay, it actually just stalls really hard. Okay, let's try not doing that. Let's hurry up and stop that. Okay, let's say this is not intended to be on one of those. I would imagine that it needs to be on a bigger thing and probably on a command center. So if we look at it, if we look at our normal things, once we have this quantum robotics, we can actually make command centers, and then I guess we would put it in here and then it would figure out sort of managing its base on its own. So as you can see, this is there's something cool that we get these programs, and I think that's something I would strongly encourage them to continue doing, like having these sort of programs that they build for us that we can discover, and then they'll do some magic. Except this one, I would really love to have a description here instead of autobase. The description that says place in command center or something like that, so you know where you're actually supposed to place it, or what are the conditions, like make a producer, like what are the building we have to place it in. That's something that's completely unclear to me, but maybe that's something it'll be probably be making more sense later on. The last thing we want to look at is the summer winter time, and just to have a look at this. If we look at this, this is completely this is stuck in summer, which means that our solar power will generate even more solar than normal, because there is a bonus during the summer period, but also the winter period is causing the biters to hibernate, which is really nice that you can then use it for discovering and just roaming around and maybe particularly looking for the high ground areas as well. So we can see the beautiful winter landscape that we have up here, and during the winter we have snow on the plateaus, and on top of that we also have some biters should be idling when we're up here. Let's check up here. It says season is it is winter season. What does it say? Season winter. Yes. So we should see that the biters should be dormant, and also our movement speed is slowing down. Okay, well, they're not entirely hibernating. There we go, and we just powered down. There. Here. Okay, so they're not entirely powered down, but I guess if we don't attack them, then they will be here. But look at those hives. They look so nice and frosty. And, well, I guess if we attack them, they will be active. But if we just leave them be, then they're probably not going to be active. So let's actually try that. Let's give that a little shot. And here by just taking that one. And then see if we just run past this one to see if they activate. Yeah, so as long as we don't attack them, they don't attack us. Great, that's good to know. So we can basically take them a little bit one at a time. But it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Nice winter weather and here. So that's pretty good. That's the last thing I wanted to see. The summer isn't really different. It just gives a little more solar power. But during the winter, then we have a slowdown and snow, and that's beautiful. So if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and let me know in the comment section if you want to see more Desynced here on the channel. I think there are a lot of cool things here, and also if I'm trying a new series, then it would make sense to have the infinite resources on the big chunks, because that was kind of one of the biggest frustrations, was the time spent on resource gathering. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you so much to Forklift Interactive for sponsoring this video. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.